Alhassan. I was born in Wa in the Upper West region. I started my elementary education at the Limayiri Primary School, and from there I moved to Limayiri Middle, both in Wa. Then I sat for the common entrance exam in 1970 or 69, 70. Fortunately, I passed the entrance exam and was admitted to Boko Secondary School in the year 1970. I was there for 5 years, wrote and obtained my GCE O-level certificate from there, and which I used to gain admission into the Bagabaga Training College in Tamale, 1975, and completed in 78. Madam Chair, fortunately, I am one of the pioneers of the 3-year post-secondary education, teacher education in the country. So we were the pioneers of the 3-year teacher education in the system in Ghana. After my post-secondary teacher training, I went to teach at the then Experimental Junior Secondary School. Was there for barely 4 or so years and wrote an entrance exam again and passed and gained admission into the then Advanced Teacher Training College in Winneba to pursue a 3-year diploma education in mathematics. After my diploma education at Winneba, I came to teach at the then Wa Secondary School for another 3 years.
Nominee, you didn't tell us when you were born.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no, he just started with Limayiri. Accents. No,
sorry.
He went to Limayiri.
Madam Chair, yes, I'm sorry. I was born 1st July 1954. In Wa. I was born in Wa. Yes. And Madam Chair, if I'm permitted, then I'll continue from the teaching for 3 or so years, 3 years at Wa Secondary School. I moved to the Wa Islamic Clinic to do administrative work for 2 years. That means I had a break in service. Then I came back, that's 1988 to 1990. Came back to the teaching field. I was reinstated and posted to Kabanya. EA means Islamic Education. English Arabic, EA, English Arabic School, as an assistant headmaster to the head. Then I stayed there for 3 years and wrote an exam again. Fortunately, I passed and was admitted to the then University College of Education in Winneba to do my post-diploma. That's the first degree in mathematics.
Chairperson, ordinarily, the Honorable Okujeto has a specialty for civis, but knowing where he went to choose his better half, I have said that he risked them asking for the woman if his questions to the nominee were probably that which is not desirable. Chairperson, I watched the President's, I have a copy of the President's letter dated 24th January 2017, and it reads, Alhassan Suleiman, Alhassan Suleiman, signed Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic. Now I have a CV, Honorable Suleimana Alhassan. Are you one and the same person?
Madam Chair, yes, I am. I have actually, my name should be Alhassan Suleimana instead of Suleiman. That came out from the President's office. I was there.
So we'll go with your CV as your official name.
Yeah.
Then, work clinic, conferences, capacity building programs, 1995 to 1997. You mean you spent 3 years doing school representative training alone? Was that a shorter period or 3 years? Is that what you wanted to convey?
Madam Chair, yes, I did the program for 3 years. But what happened was that it was organized on annual basis. After each year, during the long vac, we had to go for the
Chairperson, just to help the nominee. So it's not like the whole period of 1995, you were in that training, then 96, the whole period. So if I have your permission, the chairperson will improve that. And generally other portions of your CV. Do you agree?
But the certificate I hold shows that. That's why I have put.
Oh no, the certificate we respect and we recognize. There's no problem. It's just your permission to improve the CV so that you see the chairperson and improve it.
Okay.
Chairperson, may I now yield to the in-laws, subject to good behavior, to see what the Honorable Blanco will do with the CV.
Leader has already told me about the consequences of going too deep into this CV. Except to congratulate Honorable Suleiman Alhassan and to wish him well. I think that generally leader has drawn attention to some of the concerns we have. Your educational background, do we take it that you started school 13 years, when you were 13 years, Honorable Suleiman Alhassan? Your primary education, the year you have provided, is it accurate?
Yes.
We will need your permission, as has been said, to just carry out a few amendments. The positions held, you did not give us the specific durations. You only give us the year. So when you are resubmitting, page 2, you see the positions held. Please let us have the duration. You notice also that on your last page, where you were talking about the referees, you started by giving us the PO box of your first referee, but the number disappeared. So kindly let us have that as well. The second one as well. So we'll take it that you will be helping us submit an improved one. In terms of your employment history, we noticed that you terminate your submissions at 2014. Do we take it that you retired in 2014? And what have you been doing since your retirement in 2014, which I assume should be the case, since you were born in 1954?
Yes. Madam Chair, I retired from active service in 2014. But the last 2 years, I have been doing politics, I must say.
Congratulations, Honorable Suleiman Alhassan, on your appointment as Upper West Regional Minister Designate. I've just been looking through your CV, very impressive, and it brings me to the issue of your involvement in the famous Upper West heroes, today WA All-Stars. And it is quite clear that you are a homeboy of the region, very famous. You've taught many people in this region. I believe that in this new position, you would be able to mobilize and galvanize the region for development. You would agree with me that Upper West is one of the poorest, indeed the poorest region in Ghana, and there's a lot to be done in terms of our development. What is your vision for the Upper West region? What is your legacy? What do you want to leave for us, the young ones? And I'm sure many people in Upper West will want to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, I am, if permitted by this August committee, to become the regional minister for the Upper West region. My vision will include, one, to improve upon the existing peaceful relationship amongst the people of the region. Upper West region is one of the most peaceful regions in the country. So I hope to maintain and even improve upon that. Then my next will be, as the Honorable Speaker has said, the region is the poorest. I would say one of the poorest. It's the poorest. If you look at the Ghana living survey.
Honorable nominee, did I hear you say the Honorable Speaker has said? Okay, because I was wondering where the Speaker was. Okay.
The region, according to the Ghana Living Standard Survey, which was conducted in 2012-2013 by the Ghana Statistical Board, Upper West came in the West, or the most deprived in the country, and with one of our districts, Wa West district, being the poorest. So therefore, I would want to see how we can improve upon this situation by looking at the tourism potentials of the region, especially the poorest districts, has a very tourism potential, which I think has been underutilized. Therefore, I would want to see to improve upon that so that the living standards of the people of the region and that district in particular will be enhanced. Then I will want to work closely with the traditional rulers and councils, the rulers and councils in the region, for us to collaborate to see to further develop the region and move it from where it is now to another level.
So, in the Upper West region, we can count on you developing tourism. Is that the case?
Yes, Madam Speaker. Madam Chair. Sorry.
I'm sure she has ambition someday to be Speaker, so she'll feel happy. And then later on, she will enjoy the chairperson.
Honorable Ranking Member, you're out of order.
Thank you. Mine is just one factory, one district. Do you have any plans for any of your factories or districts?
Yes, Madam Chair. You know, if you look at the campaign promise of our party, NPP, we said we'll be establishing one district, one factory in all, well, one district, one factory in our manifesto. Yes, please, we have some potential in a number of areas that we can establish these factories even immediately. For example, if you go to the Sisala East District, that region is endowed with cotton production, and we used even to have a ginnery there, which has not been functioning for some time now. So therefore, if we go to that district, that one will be an easy thing. We are only going to reactivate the factory there. But the region is also endowed with a number of products, as I said. We are endowed with granite production. Sorghum is one of the endowed resources of the region. Shea nut is also there. Then we also have, apart from shea, we can also talk about granules. I don't want to go more. Yeah, so it's like a number of districts are endowed with all these resources. So we can establish factories for some of these areas.
Okay, Honorable Nomi, I think you've said enough.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Chair. I want to also find out from our regional minister to be, there's been a relationship between the Upper West and in fact, the Republic of Burkina Faso. And this relationship is to allow for peaceful coexistence, because many of our communities along the Black Volta are also communities within the Burkina Faso. As the new regional minister, I want assurance that you are going to work assiduously to ensure that the peaceful coexistence between the region and the Republic of Burkina Faso is enhanced.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I will want to assure the honorable member that will be one of my focus areas. Currently, we have that sister relation with our region and the Bobo Dioulasso region. In that country, we have this. But then also in terms of cross-border criminal activities, we already have a relationship with them, I am told, and I will want to, I'm told that even a team from that district were in our region just a few months ago, and we were also invited to that the country there, particular to that region. But because of our elections, we could not make it. So as soon as, if I am given the nod by this House, I will go and work on that so that we can also pay back and continue with that relations.
Okay, we'll take Honorable Ilechle. We'll take Honorable Ilechle.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Congratulations, my regional minister to be. What can you do to minimize or curb the migration of our people down south, particularly the young ones?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, the migration of the youth or our people down south has actually been a worrisome phenomenon for many of us, including me. And I am thinking if I'm given the nod by this August committee, what I will have to do is to go into our manifesto and pick up the issues that we can use to minimize the migration of the youth from up there down south. One of them will be, thank you.
Do you ascribe to the policy of an independent UDS campus for Wa, for Navrongo, and Tamale?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Regional Minister Designate, there is a major problem in the Upper West which has to do with internal security. The spate of armed robbery amongst our young people, the snatching of mobile phones, especially in the Wa municipality and in places like Jirapa, Nadoli, Hameli. In the last campaign, we observed a lot of armed robberies, and many of the people of our region are concerned. As the new and will hopefully be approved regional minister, what assurance can you give the residents of the Upper West region in respect of internal security and the safety of our people to enhance the free movement of people, goods, and services? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, I'm going to collaborate with the National Security and make sure we reinforce some of the policies and programs they have put in place. Programs like the night patrols in some major areas in the night. Then they also have what is known as community policing, which is also a policy that I think is laudable, and I will want to improve upon that. They have also escort services as at now from vehicles that are leaving the region down south. That one I'm also going to make sure they intensify that. Then we will now go to other stakeholders by forming up educational committees which should be involved in educating the youth about the menace of some of these dirty jobs that they are engaged in, so that they can stop. If they don't stop, then the law will be taking its course on them, and we will not have any sympathy for anyone who might be caught in a wrongful act of that sort.
Okay.
Then I would want to encourage the communities to establish or to form community watch committees in the various committees. I know some of them have, but they are dormant, so we will need to reactivate them. And those that do not have, we will also have to form those new ones so that they can complement the efforts of the security.
Very well. We'll go back to Honorable Ilechile.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Minister Designate is aware of the network of roads in the Upper West region. Upper West region. The state of roads, the network, they are not too good. What will you do to impress upon the NPP government to continue what we started, and you on the campaign team were saying it was only for votes? What will you do to improve upon the roads in the Upper West region.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Then I will seriously be lobbying the sector minister. And the first lobby will be to send him over to the region so that I'll do inspection with him on the major roads that are in the region. And he himself will see the state of affairs. Then we will now take up on annual basis a number that we can always work on. Either we are maintaining those that are already in existence or opening up where we don't have access roads.
And the Honorable Suleiman Alhassan, we wish you well and we congratulate you. I understand that you serve on the Get Fund board. Is that the case?
Yes, Madam Chair.
So you promise us that, like Mr. Sangaba and the NDC have done, you build more Get Fund schools in the Upper West region?
Madam Chair, we will also try to do our best.
Chairperson, the Upper West region is my second home. Why in particular? And proudly, the NDC, we take pride in the fact that President Rawlings created one of Ghana's smallest region. The region, even though you are going in on the left-hand side of the political leadership, the right-hand side of it, the NDC have produced the like of Alhaji Mahama Idrisu, whom we all respect, Alban Smane Bagbin, the late Edward Salia, and many other distinguished members, including the Honorable Ilechre. I see the PNC chairman supporting you. So I have only one question. Religious tolerance. Religious tolerance. You know, in the Upper West region, is one of the heartbeats of the conflicts in that particular area. Ahmadi, Sunni, and probably a now emerging Tijani sect. At all times, there are tensions. But undoubtedly, as you said, the most peaceful part of our country is people, very dignified and respected persons. What will you do to elevate religious tolerance and promote religious coexistence? Thank you.
The first and foremost action I will take will be to dialogue and continue to educate the various sectors of the religious divide that whatever is happening, we are all serving one God, and that we only have our differences in the way we do the service. So we will be educating them to be more tolerant in terms of organizing also sporting and other communal activities within or amongst the various religious factions, so that the more they interact and do work together, then they will not have the chance to be thinking about the differences that exist amongst or between them, but then they will also be thinking about the unity that will be emerging from coexistence by their interacting together and doing either sporting or other activities together.